Hello. So, I'm Jesse. What I'm really here to talk to you guys about, first of all, I will add on a quick tidbit on my septum experience video, how I made it a point of saying that the piercer told me to wait 6 weeks before changing the jewelry. It's been just over 2 weeks, and I've been able to change it already. I think it looks rather adorable. On with the actual video though. I'm here to talk to you guys about tolerance. And by tolerance, I mean tolerance of the way people choose to make themselves look in society. Now, I really thought that this whole thing against people look like me had kind of died down. People kind of got over the shock factor of it all. But apparently not. And I'll tell you what it is that made me realize that that is not the case. So here I am. I'm just, going to the mall to get my coffee. That or I left it in. I wonder if I found anything. Nope. So there I am, just waiting at the bus stop. I just finished a smoke. I'm just listening to music, whatnot, with my earbuds in. When I see in front of me a car kind of slow itself as it's approaching the area right in front of me on the road. And so thinking that, maybe they needed directions or something, I wanted to be a nice person, so I take my earbuds out and I make 2 steps towards the vehicle, and I kind of turn my head as if I'm gonna listen. And all this person says is, "You look like a fucking freak." And then, what do they decide to do after, first of all, bashing me? Big cup of water, big cup of water all down my front. And as some of you may already know, I live in Canada, and it's mid-March right now, and so it's still pretty fucking cold out. I think it was like minus 15 degrees Celsius, minus 25, around there. It was really cold out. And then they just throw this cup of water on me, soaking me wet, and I am freezing then. And I was like, the bus is coming in 2 seconds, so I couldn't run back inside and change. And it just, I was mostly, honestly, just kind of miffed. I looked down really? Really? Thanks. Because I just did laundry today. And my clothes had just come out of the dryer, and I go, that aside though, because it really didn't bother me that much. What bothered me actually was when I got home, I was informed that I could have easily charged them with assault and battery or minor hate crime had I gotten the license plate. So it's a little tidbit of info. If this happens to you, you can charge them with assault. And so write down that fucking license plate. But anyway, so I'm talking about tolerance or acceptance or just carrying on your own fucking business and not letting the way other people look affect your life in any way, whether it's good or bad. I mean, really, this look kind of thing, the dark, the black, the piercings, tattoos, all that sort of thing, that kind of started a really long time ago. First, mostly became super popular in the 80s. You're talking about the 80s goth, 80s rock, 80s shock rock, anything you can think of. It started in the 80s, and yeah, that's coming on 20 years ago, over 20 years ago now, was the 80s. You would think by now there'd be some sort of, that tolerance or but apparently not. And a lot of people wonder where this comes from, how these people seem to think that this behavior is okay, what taught them that this behavior is okay, rather. Some may say that it's the music that they listen to, the TV shows and movies that they watch, the video games or computer games that they play, whatever it may be. I think a lot of it has to do with how the person was raised. If the person was raised in like a shit household, whether the parents are abusive or like neglecting them, or whatever, just a really shitty upbringing, that can create, you know, one or two kinds of people. One, it can either turn the person into like the biggest bundle of sweetness that gives you a toothache from how sweet they are, or if you're into the biggest fucking douche canoe that this world has ever seen. And I would assume that that was the case with this person that threw water on me. And really, I mean, well, first of all, I was dressed normally like this. I had just a black, well, okay, I had a jacket on, but just a black jacket, black leggings, and I think I had like just black Converse on, and well, my hair was up, but that's about it. I got water thrown at me. And really, I mean, I go around, like, around where I live in Ottawa, I see plenty of people that I think are kind of strange looking, shall we say. But does that mean that I'm going to throw water on them in the dead of winter and call them a fucking freak? No, because it's fucking rude. Tolerance, something that should be practiced. Why does the way that someone dresses affect your life? How does that affect you in any way? Just the same as how someone's sexuality doesn't affect you. If two men are in love with each other, two women are in love with each other, two transgenders are in love with each other, whichever it is, why is that such a problem? Really, tell me, if you are a homophobic person or whatever, tell me in the comments, how does that affect your life negatively? And because really, I can't think of any really detrimental effects that might have on you. Same goes for how somebody dresses. Unless, you know, say like you're Jewish and somebody's walking around with a shirt with a big swastika on it, I can understand you getting a little bit offended and maybe act out on it. Other than that, the way somebody dresses is nobody's business but theirs, and you cannot claim that the way they dress, they're asking for attention. That also coincides with, you know, claiming that the way a girl dresses is, you know, if it's scantily clad, that's her asking to be raped. No, you don't see the sense in that, so you shouldn't see the sense in somebody dressing like me looking for that kind of attention. Because I don't claim to be anything. I'm not an individual. I'm not goth. I'm not a metalhead. I'm not punk. I'm not anything. I'm not psychobilly. I'm not rockabilly. I'm not emo, ska, anything you can think of. I'm Heather. And you are enter name here. That's that. End of my rant. See you guys later.